Greetings and welcome back to Product Reviews TV. In this video we will be reviewing the Harbor Freight 104-piece 1/2 inch grommet installation kit. It is said to make installing 1/2 inch grommets fast and easy, and once installed they can stand up to high strength tests. The part number at Harbor Freight is 63237. And first we'll look at what comes in the package. First we have the striker plate, which is this hard plastic white piece. Then we've got what they're calling the anvil. Take a look at that on both sides. Then we've got the hole punch, which will be sharpened and beveled or chamfered on one end, right there, as you can see. We've got the setter, which we will be tapping with a hammer to set the washer and grommet together for installation. This is the actual grommet that's got the protruding portion. And this is the actual washer, which will be attached to the grommet via the setter on the anvil. Okay, what we're going to do is install 4 grommets, one on each corner, on a small canopy that I'm making for photography purposes outdoors. Now I've temporarily got it hemmed up with staples. I'll be sewing it later with a small handheld sewing apparatus. But we're going to go through 4 different corners here, so there's no question about how to install a grommet. As you can see, I've already used the striker plate to punch the hole, and now I will take the anvil and the actual grommet that I've pushed through the material. By the way, this is 4 layers I'm going through. That's why I have it folded like this. Folded once is 2 layers, and then I fold the other side, 2 more layers. So I've got the grommet going through 4 layers for a little bit of added strength for when I'm out in the wind. There's the washer. There's the rough side of the washer, which always goes inward towards the fabric. The smooth portions of the washer and grommet are always going to be on the outsides where you can actually touch with your hand, so you're not going to be handling any rough stuff. Now we're setting the washer onto the grommet. Sometimes I like to give it a little extra tap if I didn't feel like I've tapped it quite enough. But you want to make sure when you finish the installation here that the grommet assembly does not spin in your hands on the fabric. You want to make sure it stays stationary, so it's a good tight fit without being, excessively tight when you're hammering it. It's only aluminum, the grommet, so, you don't want to go crazy on it. You could always tap a little more, but you cannot untap. Okay, now we'll move to the second corner. Like I said, you're going to get 4 doses of this. So there'll be no question about how to install a grommet. There's a striker plate. There's the hole punch. I'm going to do the 4 layers of fabric. Give it a few little taps. Make sure that hole got punched, and did a great job. By the way, this kit is normally sold as a tarp repair for installing on tarps, but obviously you could use it on any kind of material. My next job, I may do it on some heavy canvas. I would prefer to have some steel grommets for the canvas job, but for today we're reviewing the Harbor Freight 104-piece kit with aluminum grommets. So that's what we'll be discussing. And again, there's the washer. Put it on the correct side there with the smooth side up. Nope, not the hole punch. There you go. Get that setter in there. Very good. Nice and snug on that fabric so it's not spinning around. Okay, once again, the striker. By the way, you don't want to hit the striker more than you need to, because then you'll be destroying the striker plate. Hit that hole punch on the striker plate. Get that circular portion out. Get the anvil. Place the grommet upside down and the anvil. Push the fabric. We've got the protruding portion of the grommet sticking out, which is exactly what we want. The washer portion of the assembly. There's the smooth side. The setting tool. Tap it a few times with a hammer. Maybe a little bit more. Make sure that grommet assembly is snug on the fabric. And the last corner, as I'm sure you've had enough by now. Last and final corner, striker plate, cutting tool. Remove the circular portion. You guys are going to be pros at this by the time this video is finished. Remove that striker plate. Time for the anvil. Grommet upside down, push it through the fabric. Looks good. Our folded fabric is not too thick. We've still got a decent amount of the grommet protruding through the fabric. The washer, smooth side up. Get that setting tool. No, let's flip it around. I was just showing you there that not to put it on the wrong side up. Tap, tap, tap. How many of you guys are going to be starting a grommet installation business after watching this video? You could do this all day and night. Sun up, sun down, sun up again. There we go. We've got 4 grommets successfully installed on this little canopy that I'm going to be making. And I will soon be sewing where those staples are in the near future. It's a little 3-foot by 3-foot canopy. I'll be attaching some steel rods to push into the dirt or sand wherever I happen to be. Okay, so what do I think about this kit? I paid under $5 for this kit before tax, and it seemed to work out fine, as I've showed you in the video. I have to say, for the $5 that I paid, I really do feel like this is a bargain. I would like to find me a kit that has steel grommets for more heavy-duty jobs. But I have no regrets on the $5 that I spent for this. And as you can see, we've got plenty of grommets, and the tools are fairly heavy-duty, so I can use this many times more in the future. I give it a 2 thumbs up.